In this lecture, we're going to be defining two time passes for a specific video type. So an outcome should be that there is a purchase overlay for video 1, 2, and 3, displaying that is blocking the video and displaying two purchasing options, which will both be time passes. One of them is going to be a 2-hour time pass, and the other one is going to be a 1-day time pass. What we need to make sure here, or what is the main assumption we're working with here, is that these videos, that is the video category for which we want to apply these time passes, are distinguishable and isolatable by the URL path. By distinguishable, I mean that we can target all the videos that we want to apply these purchasing options on by applying it to their URL prefix, which in this case is the one that I've just highlighted. On the other hand, what I mean by isolatable, it means that these purchasing options are not going to be defined for videos that fall outside of this category, such as, for example, football news that we see here. And we see that the URL prefix is different than the one that is defined for video 1, 2, and 3, where it's connector script videos. So if this is the same for you on your website, then you can freely watch this video and implement everything that you see in it. If this is not the case, I would suggest you to go to the lecture which deals with defining and using article IDs, as that is probably more appropriate for you. If your videos are scattered, say, throughout your website and they do not share a common URL apart from the base domain of your website, and you cannot really apply this assumption on them. Alternatively, let's make sure firstly that the websites which contain the videos all have the appropriate player library being loaded and the appropriate connector for video library being loaded on it. Again, this might differ from which region you are working in or which player you're using. And secondly, that you are also wrapping your video in the video container as such, so it will look like something similar to what you see here. If that's the case, then we can just jump into our configuration and define our time passes. And this you can do by going to LaterPay Connector, going to the time passes, clicking on plus here. Then you're supposed to define the title and the description. So you can just put title something like 2 hours time pass, and a description, say, watch our videos for 2 hours, for example. Under match type, you need to specify the path prefix match, which you can grab from here. So that is this prefix of all the videos you want to be deploying this time pass on. Paste this path. And now let's set the validity period to 2 hours. Now let's set the price at, say, 50 cents. Okay, let's save. If we navigate back to our videos now, and if we would refresh, we see that the LaterPay overlay has appeared now for all three of them, and not for the one that is falling outside of the category. So again, our connector is just checking what the URL prefix is and applying this purchasing option for that URL prefix. It's that simple. Now let's just add another one, just to repeat the process one more time, so we can add one more time pass. Let's call this one a 1-day time pass, and let's set the description to watch our videos for a whole day. Let's set the path prefix match to the path prefix we've seen before. Let's set the validity period to 1 day and the price to, say, 90 cents. Pay later. Let's click on save, and we see that the two time passes have been defined now. And if we go back to our videos, you will see that for these 3 videos, the second purchasing option has appeared as well. So it's that simple. Again, just make sure that all the necessary libraries are deployed on your website, and that you have this assumption here, that you're working with this assumption of a your distinguishable URL, and then it's as simple as that to define time passes for the videos that you, or that is for the video category that you choose.